the interspecies play and how they are important in different ways. Like, even just the fact that the Turdus migratoris,
No, the robin.
the robin, is like the only one of the several types of birds around us that hunts on the ground for worms. The rest of them seem to catch flying
Although
bugs.
I am certain that the robins are the ones that have been shitting on plants.
Yeah, we bought a new watering can yesterday. Fucking bird shit on it.
Yeah, like within half an hour, there was bird shit on it. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So there's my potted sunflowers and my little anniversary bouquet that we picked out of the ditch yesterday. How pretty. It's such a pretty
I
bouquet.
love that.
And my sunflowers that are growing, my potted sunflowers. My neighbor told me that was okay to do, so that's the only reason it's like that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have planted them in a planter, because I can't help but think that they're going to get root bound. Hey, my brother popped in. Hello, Cryonesis. So this is my garden. Those are all my wild tomato plants. They're not wild. They're just growing really wild because I water everything every single day. Everything in my garden looks very happy. I'm very proud. I've never had a successful garden before. My brother might remember when I lived with him, I tried to grow a tomato plant, and at the end of the season, it produced about 4 tomatoes, all of which were less than the size of my thumbnail.
Gators bitches better be using jimmies.
Oh, we got a lot. We're gonna have so many cucumbers come, like, the end of the season. So that's cucumber plant. Those are my cucamelon plants that I put in yesterday. I'm so excited about. That's more cucumbers. Oh, and then he's probably about to show you like the big cucumber that's trellising up the. We also got lots of scarlet runner beans, that are growing. Okay. That's good to know that they don't last more than a summer. Well, I know they don't last more than a summer anyway, but this is my massive cucumber. I want to see how big it can get, because I want to make cucumber salad out of it. It's going to be so good. And I'm going to have so many... You remember the tomatoes? Yeah. It was really, really embarrassing, those tomatoes that I grew. I do think we grew a squash, though. We're going to have lots of butternut squash this year. That's exciting for us. And I'm also growing potatoes. Those are I think, that's just a tiny little cucumber. It's like a little gherkin. That's not a good comparison. Evan could have tiny hands. Yeah, like, when I hold, it's like that width for me. So, here, let me grab the... When I use my fingers as a measurement...
let me grind while I build this rope.
It's currently 7 inches long, so that's a pretty big cucumber.
We should be back. Should have audio.
No, overact. I can do...
We should. Can you hear us?
Hello?
Refresh.
No more silent movie. Oh, great. Excellent. I mean, are you streaming if you're not having technological difficulty?
Yeah, and I
Right?
don't know what's happening because the mic is also picking up a ridiculous. Like, how does the microphone sound right now? Because it's picking up a ridiculous amount of background noise at certain levels for some reason.
Also, Melissa, what kind of seeds would you like to send? Because I'm interested in the seeds that you would like to send us.
Thank you for telling me it sounds good because I need to know these things.
I love that.
I love that. Thank you. I love that. You guys, I don't know if you know this silly fuzzy butt man, but Jinjee pants.
Yeah. Is his head just kind of shoved into a bag?
I do believe his head is currently shoved into a bag. Hollyhock and lupin.
Oh, those are flowers, I think. Oh, actually, so this is exciting because I'm like,
Look them up.
I'm a city gal. I don't know fucking shit all about plants. But my neighbor pointed out to me how I can save my seeds from my petunias yesterday, and I'm just so happy about that. Oh, hollyhock.
Quality's baller today? Well, Mr. Trizzle, I moved the Starlink to a better location on top of the camper, so hopefully things are better. There may be some spits and sputters as always, being on a satellite.
Hollyhocks are really pretty.
Here, let me bring it up
When
here so they can
I
see.
worked in that rental company, with that rental company, there were some people who had some hollyhocks growing in their front yard, and they were so nice. And they grow really well. They come back, I think, year after year. And they just, like, yeah, they grow strong. They grow,
Look at
They grow
that.
fucking strong.
Why am I sweating?
I don't, because you probably got, like, frustrated from the
Oh,
microphone.
yeah, that's true.
And we're also drinking coffee. Frustration plus coffee equals sweat.
That's true. That's true. Frustration plus coffee does equal sweat.
Yeah.
How the hell has everybody been? It's been about 3
Oh,
days.
they grow like Brussels sprouts. I do love some Brussels sprouts. So this is
What
like
was the other one? Isn't
Lupin.
Lupin a movie?
No, it's a flower. They're beautiful.
It is a
flowers.
movie though with Idris Elba, I think. Oh.
Yeah, they're really pretty.
What?
Yeah, you've never seen those before?
That looks AI generated.
No, they're beautiful flowers.
That is. Those are.
Our neighbor has some
They
really
kinda look
cute
like cobs
bachelor
of corn.
buttons.
Oh, we also our neighbor's got a Baltimore Oriole nest.
Yeah, and a cedar waxwing nest. But the Baltimore Orioles nest is super fucking cool. When
I don't
they
know if I spelled
leave
that
for
right.
the season, they're going to cut it down and keep it. But yeah, it has like a bunch of like blue string in it. And unfortunately, he didn't bring his phone the other day when she showed it to us. Otherwise, we would have taken a picture. But it's so neat seeing this nest. And of course, when
Yeah,
we're
I
looking
spelled
at
it
it,
right too.
when we're
Wrong.
looking at it, the mom comes by with a worm in her mouth, and she's just yelling at us to leave before she'll feed her babies.
Yeah, it's like a perfect little sack.
Yeah, like a sack of string.
There was actually, I'll see if I could find.
'Cause it-
this
yeah.
one is quite similar because it even
has
has.
blue string
They
like
went and
theirs
they.
does.
Yeah, exactly. They went and found some blue string. So, it's not a good, very high res. But
It seems though from pictures, like if they can find blue string, they will use blue string in their nest.
yeah, it was just I mean, obviously, you guys know we're new to the birder world.
Yes.
We're new birders.
We're new birders.
Why are all these shitty
It's
small
their mouth.
photos?
Oh, the quality. I gotcha.
So just seeing some of this stuff is so freaking neat. We were watching the barn swallows. They were swooping, coming out of their nest, their little birdhouse, and grabbing food, and then coming back, and then they'd leave and grab some more and come back. It was kind of neat.
House finches use her hair. That's a
What?
good idea. I usually put my hair in the compost, but
I mean, I guess, but your hair, you could make a human nest.
my hair is like you can make a fucking scrub pad out of it. It is.
It's bad. I mean, it's good.
It's good. It's good bad.
Yeah.
I have
it's
lots
bad
of
for
hair.
drains. It's good for other things.
I emerged from the womb with a head full of black hair, like to the point where my father asked my mom if there was something wrong with me. Like he thought I was deformed because I had such a hairy head as a baby. So, also because babies have like cone-shaped heads so they can emerge be birthed.
Oh,
But, so a combination of a cone
that was our
head-
first little blip, but it didn't completely crash.
Yeah, internet crashed last night because of the storm. We
Yeah,
had a really
I'm
bad
also
storm.
really sorry I cut you off again. I'm trying to be better at not being such a dickhead, but I have, my brain just takes over sometimes. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
I can't remember.
Should we rewind the tape?
No, I think I was just talking about the storm.
Yes. Just our neighbor's like, I don't think it's gonna rain, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden it just
It's
turned
black.
black. Oh, look at this little
Aw.
guy. Here, let me open
Trizzle's
it.
new pupper.
Let me open it.
Trizzle, what's the name of your new puppy doggy?
Let's see if we can guess its name. Hey, Philip. I'm gonna say Spike.
Spike?
Looks like a
I'd
Spike.
say Jello.
Jello.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a great name, but I think it's Spike.
Isn't Jello the name of the
famous
dog
wiener
like
in
sticking
my-
around? What's the name of the dog that's sticking around? It might be Jello.
Oops. Pepperoni.
Oh, Pepperoni.
The dog's name is Pepperoni.
Which is also, I'm not gonna lie, a great name for a dog.
Dolly. So this, if you guys,
Oh.
I realize sometimes you can't see what we see. This is Dolly. Trizzle posted her, I assume, in Discord.
Did Jesus do a high jump back to heaven?
Honestly, I was thinking about getting him to say, Jesus is a friend of mine, or Evan is a friend of mine, but he actually looks a lot more like
But his probably most used phrase is, yeah, man.
yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
This is, I mean,
Yeah,
This is
no, more like here, right there.
Oh, yes.
That length.
holy
That length
fuck.
right there. That's him.
That looks just like him almost.
Yeah, absolutely. So imagine this guy. Oh, you're not staying, Jason? Oh,
Hello, I'm
you're
not
showing,
staying.
You're not showing this, by the way.
I'm sorry. Oh shit, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jason. It's
So
lovely
imagine
to
this.
see you.
This guy being like, yeah, man.
Does Dolly sleep on her back? She does, in fact. That's an age-old question. I didn't. Where does it? Maybe in Kentucky. Take care, Jason. You can always just.
Yes, it is Tom Hanks.
We'll pretend you're here because you're in the title picture.
Does Dolly Parton sleep on her back? Probably because of her titas.
Oh, because of her big old. Yeah, I guess she couldn't sleep on her stomach.
You might be able to sleep on your side. Wouldn't have to worry about your chest collapsing. It'd be like a
I guess
pillow
that's a
between your
world
chest.
that I don't understand. It would dictate your level of comfort a lot.
Good morning, audio.
Audio Bigaudio. Audio Bigaudio. This is our friend Jesus. He came to hang out for a couple of days. And I feel bad because I may have given him inaccurate information about available lots out here. But our neighbor does have some
Well, it's
available.
not. It wasn't completely inaccurate. It
yeah.
just. So our neighbor had like a bunch of lots, and then he conglomerated it into a block. So
Into
that
one-
way,
yeah.
instead of paying $1,000 in property taxes, he was paying $100 in property taxes. So our neighbor is still selling these lots, but instead of buying like one small lot for $100,
Yeah,
$200,
You have to buy.
you buy a big lot, a big lot for like $5,000, and then your property taxes are $100.
Yeah. So
like really, that's not bad.
we're kind of talking. I don't know, because our neighbor is. I was in Top Chat again. Hey, it's not your problem. I don't even think Top Chat should be a thing, but apparently what Top Chat does is it tries to like auto filter bots and stuff.
It thinks he's a bot?
No, I don't know what it does.
But you have him as a mod, so...
Yeah, it's. Well, no, he might have been getting blocked from seeing something else.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah, so It'd be interesting though to have a nice another big kind of
Yeah.
piece that we could, even plant a really mega garden, or family and friends could bring their
Camp.
campers
And get ticks.
oh man, he walked into the woods and like I was joking because
We went to the lake. We went to Clare Lake, which is
top chip.
it used to be a provincial lake in the area that then lost its funding, so it's now like local people go and take care of it. So we went to check out the lake, and there's like a barbecue in the bush.
Yeah, just like
And he was like, "Oh, a barbecue," and we're used to living in areas with ticks, so
you just don't go in the long grass.
You don't take risky behavior. You just learn no bueno.
Jinjee, where to go?
And-
Where to go?
He walked right in those bushes, right to check out that barbecue, and he had at least like 7 ticks on him.
Yeah, it was actually kind of funny because
How the skeeters up there?
Oh.
They're bad.
I was wondering what that vibration was.
Like a truck going by,
I don't know.
or is it
Maybe the neighbors. That's terrifying. Ticks are fairly rare here.
Yeah,
so
they're not here. There's a lot
where
of them.
we are, arguably, we have the least dangerous ticks.
Yeah, we just have like
Um,
American dog ticks.
Yeah, like how some people have mosquitoes that breed disease, like West Nile and Zika and all that stuff. We have like mosquitoes that bite the shit out of you,
Yeah.
but you rarely get sick.
You don't
and the
get
ticks
sick
are
from our
kind of the
mosquitoes.
same.
Our mosquitoes are just really fucking annoying, and same with the ticks. But Evan would much rather deal with some ticks crawling on him. I would much rather deal with like mosquitoes. I can put on my mosquito hat, and I can wear like long sleeves and baggy clothing, and then I'm not bothered by the mosquitoes. But ticks terrify the absolute fucking shit out of me. I'm done.
The only reason I zoomed in is to give the illustration that one of the reasons that ticks bother me less than some people, or mostly everyone else, is because I don't have a lot of hair. I don't have a lot of hair on my body or my head. So when ticks crawl on my absolute vanilla white milk skin, it's super easy to see them and just like grab them and flick them off, right? Because I can feel them. But for most people, the fear is that they're going, because they climb to the warmest parts of your body. I don't know why. It's just what they're drawn towards.
Makes sense.
Yeah, just like how mosquitoes are drawn towards the carbon dioxide you're breathing out.
They want your warm, soggy bits.
Yeah, so they usually go for the hair.
Yeah.
And
Or your cracks.
yeah, pits and slits. And so for me, it's not as much of a problem. The mosquitoes, however, they drive me nuts because they can be so aggressive. Like they can, depending on where you are, right? If it's moist, like today, they're probably going to be pretty bad.
Yeah, because it stormed really hard last night.
Yeah,
we got at least an inch of rain.
Yeah, it was the clouds were so thick, the Starlink wouldn't connect. The Starlink wouldn't connect to a satellite because it couldn't see it. If they just came in like, the clouds were moving so fast.
Oh, did we cut out?
I seen it dip.
I wrecked the stream by saying cracks.
Cracks! Actually, we used to have the crack command. We don't anymore. So it's just it was too long once the computer wasn't able to handle all of them. But yeah, the storm came in super fast. The mosquitoes will probably be bad today, but we also live by a creek and also like a giant body of water isn't very far away. So they if they're going to be anywhere, you know what I mean?
There's lots of lakes in the area.
Yeah, but the ticks that we have are called the American dog tick. So they don't have...
Oh, let me grind while I build this rope. Fuck yeah.
The ticks here, we have the American dog tick. So it doesn't necessarily transfer as much bacterial disease as, say, the Lone Star tick that makes you allergic to red meat and the deer tick that gives you Lyme disease. We just have like homegrown little shit faces. I don't know. I guess, like I said, for me, we've managed to mainly negate the tick problem by not wearing socks.
Yeah.
Because they cling to the material of socks
I
so
wear
well.
these a lot, and I just kind of like roll them up, and then like my legs are shaved, and we wear Crocs with no socks, and so you can just like feel it climbing up or like see it right away.
Yeah, I don't want to bring it up on screen because they are horrifying to look at, but you know they're slow moving. You like really, I mean, everyone can kind of feel them to an extent. It's pretty easy to feel them.
Trizzle, we got the shit ticks here. Is that like the
the shitty ones?
The ones that cause Lyme and the ones that cause
Look at this. God,
Yeah.
Allergy.
Yeah, it's if we had those ones, trust me, I would be significantly more neurotic.
Oh yeah.
Did it play birthday? Did we not hear it? We have to have the sound a little lower so that
Oh, they got the meat allergy
it doesn't trigger.
ones.
Yeah, the meat allergy
That
shitheads.
sucks so much. Like I am convinced that like I would not be surprised at all if PETA somehow like engineered those ticks that make people allergic to meat.
Well, it almost seems like whenever I just want to hear if it plays.
She knows everything allowed
Oh,
to be
yeah.
sassy on that birthday.
Birthday sassy.
Especially because they came out of like
Oh yeah,
Texas,
sorry. I forgot what we were
where
talking about.
like it seems like there's such a high concentration of like meat eaters, red meat eaters.
Yeah.
Like, eating beef.
Like there's nowhere that doesn't have some kind of a pest, right? Like in Canada, traditionally we only get these little tiny cockroaches called German cockroaches, and they look like little crickets.
And they're usually brought by people moving stuff.
Yeah,
because
they're not native to here. But in other places in the world, like those Madagascar hissing cockroaches and shit, get the fuck out of my house. That shit's...
Yeah, Big PETA engineered those little ticks to ruin the meat industry. Prove me wrong. There's a conspiracy theory for you.
They're putting chemicals in the water, turning the frogs gay.
That's my Alex Jones impression.
For the record, I don't actually believe this, but
Hey,
wouldn't that be a fun conspiracy theory?
Basically, what I've come to realize is on this simulated planet, when we enjoy something too much, there's always a negative ramification that pops up, right? You eat too much meat, something is made to prevent people from being able to eat too much meat. You deforest too many places, you get oxygen deficiencies and climate change. You know, everything has that equal and opposite reaction.
Gay frogs are some of the nicest frogs I've ever met.
Yeah, Alex Jones, honestly, I don't see what the problem with gay frogs are. You know what I mean?
Gay frogs are the least likely to pee on you. I really like Internet Etiquette's gay frog shirt.
Yeah, internet comment etiquette.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Her
it's
rabbit's
so
gay
long
too.
to spell. Gay frog t-shirt.
Oh, there's a little goldfinch right on, like lit on our deck.
Oh, he is right there.
I love these goldfinches so much. They're so.
Did it
freaking
fly away?
cute. Maybe.
It did. I was gonna try and aim the camera at it.
Yeah.
It looks like a little tennis ball.
Yeah, they do.
Here, I'll just bring it.
Look at that pretty face. Did you just wink at them as a sausage?
Uh,
How dare you?
So this is the gay frog
Yeah.
t-shirt that he has on his website. It's, I mean, tell me that's not a good shirt.
It's a great
There's
shirt.
a little goldfinch on Evan's dick. On his dick. Everybody in the neighborhood likes to play on me dick. That's New Zealand for deck. Philip, how dare you? How dare you?
Unacceptable condition! Unacceptable!
So we have a ton of these little guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like our driveway will have like
8.
Yeah, we'll have like 7 or 8 of them eating all at once, and it looks like a bunch of little tennis balls. I think one of the reasons I like them is because they're so easy to see.
They're so cute.
Oh shit, there's one right there. Yeah, I'm gonna try and make Jinjee's cam show up.
Where is it?
You tell him on here. You see them at all?
Well, I mean, they're far away, so it'd be like nuts. Yeah, they're adorable and luminous. I'm drinking coffee.
He's found a big bug, I think, this guy down there.
Oh. A big bug, or is he eating a seed?
Oh, it's a big seed. Yeah, sorry guys. You don't get
Yeah, there's 2 males and a lady. Unless, well, that might be a very muted male. No, there's 3 males and a lady. Oh, no, sorry. 2 ladies. I was wrong. 3 males and 2 ladies.
Damn it.
They're just so cute. Oh, look at that real cute cat.
Oh, that's a good
It's
angle.
no, I use coffee cream. It's really not that creamy.
Yeah. That's so cool. Cardinal, pear, and a shitload of... Oh, you know what I found yesterday? Those lawn chairs I set up. One bird took the biggest shit I've ever seen.
They do that a lot. They like to shit all over my garden too. Like, there's so many of my beautiful like leaves, cucumber squash leaves that just have giant fucking bird shits on them.
Yeah, I'll go outside and take a picture of it.
The garden looks really nice, actually. Do you want me to take? I can do a tour of the garden.
Oh, you want to do a garden
tour? I did cut off the giant cucumber.
Yeah, it was big. Well, that's what's the cucumber in the thumbnail.
But now we're growing another massive donger of a cucumber.
Came from our garden. It's freaking cool.
Yeah.
If this one works, I think I put it in.
Damage.
I fixed all the other ones that were missing, like Jason and Silly and stuff like that.
An idiot sandwich. Prepare to go outside for the daily garden tour.
Let me...
I also trimmed my tomatoes a bunch last night, so that's good.
I just need to get this phone ready to roll. For fuck's sakes, what a shitty day already. I'm sorry, Jason. Does this help? I live vicariously because I'm a lazy sack. You are not.
What you want?
Oh fuck, I forgot to put -C Jason 2. Yeah, where is that?
My name's Jason, and I like Jinjee.
Butts in my way. I can't. What are you doing?
I'm preparing to go outside.
Well, I need the camera to work first.
Sorry.
Gators bitches better be using jimmies.
Gators bitches! Oh, it changed the frickin' IP address. That's why. 192 got one.
Gotta put on my sunglasses.
Coming at you live, big time radio.
Yeah.
Let me make that. Oh, what? You fucking changed everything, you fucking bastard.
When can we become members?
Oh, oh god, it's a big, I think it's like 1,000 subscribers in a whole bunch of hours. Like,
Oh,
it's
Jesus Christ.
a lot. But we don't know if we'll necessarily go the generic YouTube members route. I think what we would like to kind
This is such a bad angle, like right up my fucking nose.
I think what we I think what we'd like to do is keep it on as long as possible, like in the Ko-fi donationary thing, so that we can keep ads off of things. You know what I mean?
Okay, I can go.
I
outside
did
now.
fix the TTS, by the way. So if you did like a $1 whatever, it would actually it'll actually work now. But okay, Mrs. McBeautiful's going outside. Hopefully, here, let me put the mic back. Hopefully it doesn't spit and sputter too much. That is the sunflowers. Those are the tomatoes. They are growing like a bush almost. They're massive. See, she's zooming in on one here. Let's see what we get. Oh yeah, couple little maters in there. Couple little maters, I tell ya. Do that. Got a couple of the maters in there. Oh, look at how they spread over the vines and stuff like that. Going right? That's what I call them, the little testicles. Those are the jalapenos and the chili peppers our neighbor gave us, which are named from the seeds as Ring of Fire. And they're quite hot, but they're not fully done. I'm learning so much about. There looks like there's black on the plants, just like a line of black that goes into the peppers, and that black is what spreads into the green to create the red pigment. It's super. I had no idea. I don't know what she's doing. She's making me fucking dizzy. I'll tell you that much. But we have like 4 or 5 squashes growing. You try to pause for slightly longer than you think, just because I was getting a little dizzy. See if you can find that big shit on that chair by the fire pit. I'm just kidding. Sorry, I jizzed on your vegetables. The black jizz line. Dragon mode. You know what? Oh, she doesn't know where the big shit is. Bad Jason. I'm just kidding. Oh, she's gonna find it. Look at. No, is that it? Yeah. Look at that. What was that bird eating? That it dropped like an ice cream scoop sized dump on that chair. It's horseshit. Oh, zooming in. Oh, the birdies. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is just an old cell phone connected to Wi-Fi. It's doing pretty good out there. She's probably like 30 feet from the house. That's the fire pit. We had a fire this weekend while my friend was visiting. And it sounded like the coyotes were like literally 10 feet away. Carl's good. We fed him this morning, Jason. I have a picture I might be able to find. He's been so funny.
You want me
Like,
to beat your dick off?
You want to beat my dick off?
I'll beat your dick off with both
he's
hands.
been letting us like see him more. Like he's still trying to be sneaky, but he's not very sneaky.
My name's Jason, and I like Jinjee.
I can't stay long. I have to call in the CEO as soon as Hey, no worries, Jason. Just, whenever you got time, we love to see you. You know that. Same with everybody. Mr. Levity, I seen your message earlier saying that you missed us, which is obviously very nice. We we always talk about when we're not streaming, where if something happens, we go, oh, we could tell people about that. Glasses. Oops, not me. Hey, tell the CEO I said hi. Tell the CEO I said that he needs to, when he's laying awake at night at potentially like 3 a.m. thinking about all the things of life that you've done and haven't done, have him reflect on the inverse relationship of how much labor he puts in for the amount of wages that he recovers from said business. I'm just
Also,
kidding.
I'm like, these are me channeling my inner 90s mom.
Weekend at Bernie's with Krissy. He doesn't think about this place, to be honest. Well, yeah, exactly. Because all he gets is the cha-ching. It's like, whatever. Make it work. Give me my dollar bills. Dollar bills, yo.
Weekend at Bernie's is like one of the last movies I remember seeing at a drive-in movie theater.
Yeah, like, and so this is actually, I was thinking about this the other day. We've mentioned drive-in movie theaters before. That's what we could build with that land. But, I don't know if everywhere had them.
I loved going to the drive-in movie
To be
theater.
fair, I don't think his wage is absurdly higher than mine, like usual. Yeah, okay, I can't say that every CEO is a shithead. I was being, whatever you call it.
Crystal says he has Weekend
Hyperbolic.
at Bernie's on VHS sealed.
What? Sealed?
Yeah.
What are you gonna give it to the Smithsonian when you're like 90?
I haven't seen that movie, honestly, in such a long time.
I don't know what they're watching there, but I mean, that makes sense. Drive-ins were COVID-proof.
Watching Wonder Woman.
Get this shit out of my face. I don't want to accept your cookies.
Yeah, I don't know why they, like...
Fuck.
It's too bad that they went out of style.
Well, they might exist in other places.
Have a great day, Jason.
Take care, buddy. Much love. All right, I must be off. No, I'll just leave it on my shit.
I'm sorry that I'm a terrible videographer.
Oh, you're not. It was just, yeah, it just was moving quick. I guess yeah. Krissy's channeling Egon vibes from Ghostbusters. One of my favorite movies, particularly this section on the speedboat, Man Overboard. Do you guys remember that dance move, the Bernie? When everyone was just walking around going like this?
No, not really.
Like everyone was just like zombie. It was the Weekend at Bernie dance. I think it was on the internet. I think it was like a thing. But yeah, we used to have. I wonder if we could have it or if we could find it.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Like if like an old picture of the one that we would have went to.
Jason, we will tell Jinjee that you love him.
No, these are old.
Philip says their local park has the occasional drive-in movies, but the weather there is just so random it gets canceled off.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about. Second movie.
My
Yeah,
name's
see?
Jason, and I like Jinjee.
The Mr. Levity remembers. Everyone was doing it. Everyone was walking around like dancing to songs like the Bernie. Yeah, I was hoping we might be able to find the one we grew up with, but like this
that's
is
the old Capitol.
This
Theater.
is it's more of a
it's a stage.
Yeah,
for,
a
like,
stage
live,
theater.
Yeah.
But it used to be the old movie theater. It had, I think, 3.
Yeah, there was the main one, and then like 2 ones that were like off to the side.
The Capitol. How to spell apparently? Capitol Theater. I wonder if we could find some interior pictures. ManchesterHistory.net. Fuck is that?
Maybe they have a Capitol Theater in Manchester.
It showed pictures of this one though.
Moose Jaw Cultural Center.
I was hoping it would show the interior because it has like, it looks like an
Maybe
old
look
school
for-
theater,
at
right?
The pictures instead of the like if you go scroll up. Oh, no. Click on images.
Circa 1930. You wanna? Yeah, it has like cherubs. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Well,
this is like what it used to look like before it was divided into separate theaters. Like this is
so it
old.
was a stage theater.
Yeah,
and then it was turned into a movie theater.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, this picture right here, I think.
And so this is what it looks like. They've
they
recombined it all now, so it's how it used to be.
Yeah, it was really neat, especially compared to when we'd go to the big city like Regina or Saskatoon. They had a very modernized movie theaters, whereas we had this old one. So it was I guess it was one of those things you didn't really appreciate until it became not a movie theater.
And then they moved the movie theater to the mall.
Yeah, they attached the movie theater to a dying mall.
Yeah.
And now it's like literally like the tumor growing on the dead plant of the mall.
What's so silly, and I know this really pissed my dad off, is like, so movie theaters, they used to post what was playing like on the outside, and it would have like the movies and the times. And part of my dad's enjoyment in life was driving past the movie theater, seeing what was playing. And when at some point after they moved the theater to the mall, they decided that it's too dangerous to get somebody to climb up on a ladder and change the signage of like what movies was playing and what the times were. So instead of just like, getting a digital board that could be digitally changed, they just had fucking dick all posted outside. And so you had to go in or phone. And my dad hated phoning. He just wanted to drive by because that's what he liked to do. He liked to go on little cruises in his car and check. It's an old man thing. I don't know.
My mom used to even make my dad do it, like on Christmas, like tour the Christmas lights and shit.
And so when they got rid of that, it made my old man real sad. That's the end of that story. But yeah.
Got the dry.
I feel like it also kind of like killed the movie theater a bit. Like people are less inclined to go by and be like, "Oh,
I
this
hate
is
the
playing
fucking...
at that time."
Honestly,
actually, so
did drive-bys?
Yeah, but weird thing about that, my dad, not to speak ill of the dead, was a very interesting man. He liked to drive by my place and like check on it, and sometimes that took like a weird turn. Like there was one time I was at home sick with the flu on my couch, and so I was sick sleeping on my couch. I had forgotten to lock the door to my basement suite that day. I woke up on my couch with my dad hovering over me saying, "You sure snore loud." And he had let himself into my apartment while I was sleeping on the couch with the flu, and then proceeded to go home and call my mother, whom they've been divorced for like 25 years by this point, and he proceeds to tell her that I was at home drunk on my couch, when in reality I was sick with the flu. So, I mean, like I said, not to speak ill of the dead, but he did weird shit. Rest in peace, Ronald.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I think we all have a moment, a remembrance of something like that. Maybe that was a little excessive, but actually, Philip, we talk about Blockbuster fondly often.
Yeah.
How part of, say, a movie night with your spouse your spouse, your significant other, it wasn't just watching the movie, it was going to Blockbuster, picking the movie, ultimately seeing that what you wanted wasn't available.
Candy.
Yeah. Seeing that the movie you wanted ultimately wasn't available. Finding an alternative, picking your snacks, going home, getting everything ready, and then starting the movie. But like even us, we watched Well, no, we started watching a movie, but it's just like, oh, click, we'll start the movie. You know, like just. It's not really like an event. Yeah. It's not really like a treat anymore.
Trizzle said, in America, I could have shot him without getting in trouble.
Shot your own dad? I mean, by that logic, Trizzle, I mean, sometimes you just gotta think. Just kidding. When I was a kid, I invented some or invited some.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
When I was a kid, I invited some buddies over and challenged us to rent the worst movie in Blockbuster for shits and giggles. We found Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It was an awesome night. I've seen the trailer for it, and people have told me to watch it, but I haven't.
Clowns from Outer Space?
Yeah. And wishing you could get into the elusive back room. Yeah. We didn't have one, did we? In Blockbuster?
Should I go get the treasure that we found yesterday?
Yeah. You want? We found a root.
Yeah, we were pulling up a root.
So I don't know if you've seen the short I made, but I decided because we have a shitload of Cargana trees that are producing seeds that I'm gonna try and grow one in a pot because you can. Apparently, they did it in China like thousands of years ago. And I found this root in the ground, and I started pulling on it, and these Cargana roots are they're like a couple inches below the surface and like 8 feet long. So once you pull it, it goes and like rips out of the ground.
I brought the old treasures.
And I was like, holy shit, what is that? And
we'll show them the old ones, the old things first.
Yeah.
So these are
here. I'll zoom in a bit.
These are some old apothecary bottles that we found once before.
Yeah, just in the dirt.
But yesterday, we found a skeleton key.
Yeah, we found a skeleton key in the dirt.
So maybe that opens the back door rooms? I don't know.
The back door room, that's what Ray reminded you of?
Yeah.
I said we're going to find a safe, and that's going to open the safe.
That'd
and then the
sweet,
safe
eh?
will be full of, like, old clothes. We'll be like, why the fuck did they save these?
Yeah.
But yeah, we found some neat stuff. Also some, like,
we found lots of bones.
bones.
Yeah, I'm going to. You put that back where you found it. That's haunted for sure.
Well, so the thing is, Trizzle, is nothing. Like, the only thing that was ever here, like literally when I say ever, I mean ever, was like a garage in the back corner. And so the spot we were digging, by all accounts, didn't have human activity for like 100 years. So we don't know. Like, our neighbors find it fascinating too, right? Yeah, it really makes your mind wonder what was here that wasn't recorded, right? Because I was saying, by all accounts, all we know is there was a garage.
Yeah,
like,
well,
right there.
Yeah, over in the corner there was like an old foundation, which we think was like a shed or something like that.
Yeah.
And then from what I understand, there was just like animals in this lot.
Yeah, we found barbed wire running horizontally, which would almost indicated there was separated yards at one point.
We found like a tin tile thing, which
looks like a fireplace door on an old stove, like an old cast iron stove
we
door.
found some like old compressed buckets. Lots of old nails,
steel galvanized buckets.
A rail tie.
Yeah, it kind of looks like not as ornate as some of these, but it kind of looks like that,
but
right?
Like it's more like a grid pattern.
Yeah, on what I would assume is the inside.
I mean, I could go grab it, but
it's rusty and gross.
It's super rusty.
We don't know what it is. I mean, it could be a fucking piece of a toilet for all we know, but...
there was also an old sweater. That was creepy. That was weird.
Yeah, we found an old sweater under like a
big rock.
20-pound block of cement. And we also found some like hip bones.
Door.
We found some like hip bones and bone shards,
well,
but we assume they're animals.
Yeah, they're definitely like animals from like chicken or cow.
Oh, we moved into our house in 2015 and dug up shit in the garden too. We found old bottles, barbed wire. Hey, you found the same type of stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe our areas are that weird, like, what do they call it?
A time slip?
We have entangled particles, or in your garden is the same as ours, so we're actually finding the same thing. Brain blown! Sorry.
Yeah, we found some cool stuff. I really like that key and those like apothecary bottles.
Yeah, we've become exceedingly fascinated with.
Yeah.
I get why you get older, while you find that stuff interesting. I guess I'm realizing that with my ADHD-esque brain, my young, dumb, full of cum attitude, I literally just like overlooked everything because I couldn't think beyond myself. You know what I mean? As a teenager, you're growing up, you're thinking about, how am I going to get an orgasm and who or what is going to give it to me? I have to do homework and I'm got my job at the gas station. And for some reason you don't notice birds and nature and just like how things are. I don't know. And you get older and things like your brain doesn't function as quickly, so you can appreciate the things that you quickly overlooked before. Does that make sense? I feel like every old person I've ever met that was like, time moves fast and you have to do better, and I was like, shut your mouth. I feel like I need to apologize to them for ever doubting that they were telling me the truth. Krissy's face when Evan said all that shit about orgasming. I said like one thing. Mr. Levity's freaking coming at me with something like that, and you know he had crusty socks under his bed in Manchester. Oh, mother, it's just me cum rags. It's just me cum rags, mummy. Don't put them in the microwave, eh? Did I not add cum zone? Is it not a command? I am awful. I just seen the cucumber picture.
I was just really excited about the cucumber that I picked.
But I still need a bit of milk, full fat.
Isn't that...
which I've warmed in the microwave.
Isn't that a normal reaction to how, to picking cucumbers from your garden?
Oh, Dad, where is the delete comment button? Jesus Christ. I'm in the wrong window. I can't even delete that. If anyone, like Krissy's mom, is watching, don't read that. He's from England. It's not what you think it means. Fanny packs are different over there. My brain melted for a moment there. You started it, Evan. I mean, that was my alter ego, Sheriff McLeod.
I said nothing.
But yeah, I just seen this while we were talking about drive-in movie theaters. I have removed the offending command. Hey, you did. Nice. I through OBS apparently I can't moderate my own things. I'd have to open chat on something else. Tell me this thing isn't freaking absolute tits money. A 17.5 foot blow up screen for outdoor movies. Unimpressed? Overly excited. Actually, yeah, I don't know. I just can't. I keep thinking about that land my neighbor has now, and my friend's gonna message me back and see if he wants it or whatever. But I don't know. I feel like a farmer who's like, I need more land. More land would be useful, even though you don't need it. You know.
Yeah.
But part of me's like, that's a lot of property for $100 a year property taxes. But yeah, we would have to set up a payment plan with the neighbor.
But it would be like our friend buying it, right?
Yeah, if he does.
Yeah,
But if he
sure.
doesn't, then it's like, what if some other person does? Like, maybe Trizzle.
Who
Just
do you
kidding.
think is gonna buy it?
I don't know. I guess I'm just being a ding dong.
Also, no one's been interested in it, so I don't think you have to worry about going anywhere anytime soon.
Well, you never know. Maybe all of a sudden,
Put it on my bonnet.
you bonnet. I'm trying to make Philip feel more comfortable, Mr. Twerkington.
How many acres?
It's technically 1 acre, but it's in the hamlet, and it's got facilities in it and stuff. He wants a couple grand for it, but he's not like a picky dude. If we said like $100 a month for like for like 3 years, he'd be like, yeah, okay. I want to genuinely apologize. Oh God, Miss, don't feel bad, Phil. I'm so sorry I made you feel bad. I only did that because for the meme, for the joke of it. You know what I mean? But it doesn't bother me whatsoever. We're all human beings. Like the book said, everybody poops, and most people just don't want to talk about it. Don't worry whatsoever, Mr. Phillip. In fact, I'm quite shy normally. Mr. Phillip, I take that as a personal badge of honor that we made you feel comfortable enough in the community and in our lives to make the joke in the first place. That's always kind of been what I do. I go to parties or I go somewhere and I act like a dingus to give everybody else the permission to also be dinguses.
Do you want me to wear one of your hats and you can wear my hat?
Because inside we all have a degree of dingusy to us. We just up until now we had to suppress it because the Christians made us. I don't know if you want to wear my hat.
No, I don't want to wreck my hair.
They're kind of gross.
I did a lot of are you
get
making my
sweaty.
hat gross?
I think so.
Good.
Oh, has anyone ever wore a backwards bonnet? You know what actually this looks like? Bzz, bzz. Bzz.
Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees!
Maybe we bought too strong a weed the other day.
Well, no.
But I felt bad because when Krissy read it, her face was like, this guy's hideous. Why does he keep showing up? No, fuck, at all. You think you've said things?
You said the weirdest shit.
You think you say things that make her... I've told her all the things about being a teenage
Like,
male.
keep in mind, he tones himself down a bit for stream. To not say, like, his constant stream of, like, thoughts.
Un petit.
So
Only un petit.
So I am exposed to, like, the full gambit of his, like, stream of consciousness.
Well, yeah. So, like I said, my objective in life is to make everybody feel like sharing their most intimate detail is not a big deal. Because, honestly, most of the things that we're like, I hope nobody ever finds out about, those people fucking did it too. You know what I mean? So
he really likes to think about and talk about if aliens ate human meat and how weird it is that we like have developed multiple ways to eat cows. No. Because wouldn't it be weird if aliens did that to human meat?
No, I mean,
that is the gist of that
Krissy doesn't
conversation.
like the thought experiment of it that I do, but I think to myself sometimes, because we have thousands of years of extensive knowledge in which ways to, like, if we chain up a baby cow, a calf, and not let it develop muscle, its meat is tastier. And then we also know the best things to prepare with that meat. I'm just saying, at some point, being that we need to eat things to survive, when does it cross into being slightly sadistic in the effort you go to prepare the food. You know what I'm trying to... I mean, my brain doesn't necessarily think it's as crazy as we think, but if aliens, like, looked at us while we walked around going, oh, that one's brains with a little olive oil and salt, I think maybe we wouldn't do it to other things as much. You know, like when a lion eats a gazelle, he doesn't... You just eat it. You kill it and you eat it because you need to. But like, yeah, like Wagyu, like those fucking cows live better lives than 90% of people on the planet simply because we know how it tastes.
I'm sure actually there are cannibals that will have this conversation about long pork with you.
Yeah, and I don't want to have that. Like with what's his name, Army Hammer.
Or what was that? Like there was that Japanese guy.
Oh yeah, there was also a Canadian guy who ate somebody.
There's lots of,
he ate someone's pee-pee.
I'm sure that community exists.
Well, I just mean, like, what if the reason, say, the average weight of people is going up is because aliens are fattening us to eat us because they are Wagyuing humans.
Is that why so many people go missing in parks in the States? Is there being
absolutely
by aliens so that they can have human meats for supper?
I mean,
some long pork?
They used to feed like cows and pigs and stuff, natural things like fodder crops and corn and stuff. And then they figured out how to pump them full of preservative type things so that they didn't have eat this goo, it's the same thing. That's what they did to us. We went from eating apples to eating apple flavored things, and now we're developing all this juicy, delicious marbled fat. I'm just kidding. This isn't a true conspiracy. Joe Rogan, please do not believe this. And Jamie, fact check this for Joe if Joe Rogan's watching this, Jamie. But I mean, that AI determined that when it was trying to survive on an island, that breeding, having babies to eat was the most effective way to survive.
It didn't take into account like the actual physical stress it has on the mother to like produce a child to then immediately turn around and eat it.
See, you're being weird, Philip. I'm just kidding. No,
I don't know. I hate this conversation. I just think it's stupid. It's just
it is
dumb.
Stupid. I do agree. It's very dumb. It's just something that I have thought at points from all the cooking stuff we watch.
I don't know. I guess my like honest personal opinion on it is, why waste the fucking brain power on it? That's honestly how I think about it. I just am like, fucking why?
I think because my brain would go somewhere.
Like you can learn
else.
how to make actual fucking food for us to eat rather than like sit here thinking about eating long pork.
Well, that takes effort.
I would rather energies be focused on like an actual like helpful thing.
I mean, it's the same reason I'd rather watch someone dig a hole than dig a hole myself. It's way easier, and then when they're done, I weirdly feel satisfied, like I did it.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. We'll stop having this conversation.
But that's like seriously the only reason I get frustrated by it is because I'm just like, it's such a waste of time to have that conversation. And I know that there's lots of conversations out there that like you're like you could technically make that argument about like any like
is ketchup a soup?
Yeah, but it's just like, I don't know, when it comes to eating humans and aliens, it's just like, okay, maybe, yeah, sure, whatever.
I mean, yeah, I get it. At least this is recorded for posterity's sake now.
So now we don't ever have to have the conversation again. You can just come back and listen to this and be like,
I won that one.
Yes, I really won that conversation.
Yeah, this is going to go down in history.
This will go down in the analogs of history. It's one of the most important conversations of mankind.
It's true. What if in 100 years they're like, that bald man nailed it?
His wife was such a bitch about it, too. Just so dismissive about long pork.
People.
Soylent Green is people! What if that is the best way to consume human meat, though, is Soylent Green?
Sludgified.
Yeah.
You can only eat people once they've been sludgified. Okay. We know this.
biggest disappointment about the movie Soylent Green is that the last fucking line of the movie is Soylent Green is people.
Is where you figure it out.
Yeah, like, I was expecting more of the movie to be about the fact that Soylent Green is people, not like the whole political structure that led them to the point that they started making Soylent Green out of people.
True.
And I mean, yeah, that's an interesting part of the story. It is, like, you know, important to know how they economically, politically got to the point where they started making people into Soylent Green. But god damn it, that movie was just... It's like reading numbers. Thou begat thou, and this person begat this person.
Reading numbers?
Like, from the Bible. It's just,
Oh.
Sorry, I should have specified.
Yeah,
it's like reading numbers in the Bible, or reading, like, yeah, it's just like, some bits of the Old Testament. It's real fucking boring.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I grew up in it, and I literally have never read it.
Yeah.
I've only read the things they made us read, like the Psalms and the Lukes and the Marks and the Jeremys. I'm just kidding.
The Jeremys.
The Jeremy Bearemys.
My favorite book of the Bible, Jeremy.
Everybody knows it. Jeremy is special around here. He's also a silly person. I'm fucking sweaty. I don't know why.
Is it all the coffee?
Probably.
Silly Hat Man's got the silliest willy around.
Silly Hat Man does have that silly willy, yo. The only we watched the new episode of Alone last night.
Yes.
Alone, season 10, episode 3. So
I know Deadweight Nate wanted to know our opinion about it.
Yeah, I forgot to mention him because it finished, or I forgot to.
We finished it late at night.
Yeah, we finished it late, but
we had no internet when we were watching it. So.
Yeah. So I mean,
that's why we didn't tell you that we finished watching it.
Yeah,
because we finished watching it, the internet was off, and we went to sleep.
It's true. Jinjee in his spot?
He's eating food.
Oh, he's eating food. This isn't the fucking cast page.
But yeah, last night's episode.
Yeah, so
our favorite person went home, and that made us sad.
It made us quite sad. It was unfortunate.
We really like Lee.
So these are the all the individuals in the season, and this person, I can't remember her name, Anne and Lee went home. It was sad because Lee was the one that kind of, basically the reason he went home is because a lot of people
put on weight.
Yeah, they put on weight in the anticipation that they're probably going to starve for a period of time. And he didn't. But he grew up
in the woods.
He grew up basically, I don't know how you describe it otherwise. He his father built a log cabin. He grew up in the woods. So he was unfortunately familiar with the sensation of starving from being young.
And he was like getting tendinitis in his ears or whatever. So he's like, I know that I'm starving right now.
Yeah.
Physically. And he's 59, so he's not like young. It's not like he'll like, physically bounce back right away like other people.
Yeah, and I guess it was just, it's sad to know why he was aware of what was happening to him. Most of us don't necessarily ever experience that level of hungry. When we say we're hungry, we're like a couple hours hungry.
We're probably more bored.
Not like a week without food hungry. But Anne, she was... I think it shows her down here
she's
how.
Right there. You just scroll
sorry,
past her.
something went in my eye. She's 56, and she went at things pretty hard, but she couldn't catch any fish, and she couldn't get any food.
Yeah,
and she just kind of.
One thing that I found interesting about her is she was talking about her mom a lot, and how her mom was kind of like an inspiration for her to be out there. But then she was also talking about like how like growing up her parents never like supported her in anything. Like she would come home and be like, Mom, I got first place in this foot race. Look at this medal that I won. And they'd just be like, oh. And that would be it. And she's like, and the only thing my mother ever wanted from me was that I would finish my university degree, which I never did. And then she's like talking about how her mom is such an inspiration to her as like a hardworking lady. I'm like, honestly, your mom sounds kind of like a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
No offense, lady, but like, you're sitting there talking about how your mom never supported any of your endeavors, and the only thing she wanted you to do was the one thing you didn't. Like, I don't
very,
know.
very judgmental. Like, you know, living under the thumb of trying to impress someone who's unimpressible.
Yeah.
You know, like, look what I did, and they're like, I did that 10 years before you when I was your age.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck off.
Yeah, she was talking about like how her mom would like pick apart anybody's knitting. Like,
yeah, because she was such a good.
Yeah, she was such a perfectionist with her knitting or whatever.
It was so interesting because she was talking about how it was a fond memory of her remembering how her mom was such a good knitter that she was a bitch to everybody else who knitted.
Yeah.
Like, she would look at things other people did and say, you fucked that up.
That's so terrible.
That you did that wrong.
Yeah, you see all those missed stitches there.
I was like, that sucks.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, your mom sounds like a great lady. I'm glad she was such an inspiration to you in your life.
I grew up with a mom that I painted a bird on a rock when I was like 5, and she kept it.
Yeah.
Like, she still has it.
It's still in her bedroom.
It's
really
like
sweet.
she's still like, this is the best thing you've ever done for me.
It's very sweet.
She didn't say that, but like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it just kind of, it's sad, but a lot of them reflect on a lot of stuff once they get out there because they have nothing but time, right? This is our most disliked individual.
Yeah.
This man is probably going to go home eventually because he's going to break his shoulder jerking himself off, patting himself on the back like he's like fucking Huck Fink. He lost all his arrows, his quiver of arrows in the first season or the first 2 episodes. He just like, and then he left. He just didn't find it and he left. Are you pointing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
and he... were you pointing at the screen with your feet?
No, I was just stretching.
Oh, I thought you were trying to be like, look at what Mr. Levity said. I mean, I will. I'm just talking about alone. Sorry, I got distracted by pretty toes. Don't show them.
I wasn't. I'm stretching.
That's free Ko-fi content. Just kidding. He lost his quiver of arrows. I don't know how you lose a giant quiver of arrows. And he just left. He went back to his camp. And then again, instead of going to look for them, decided to make his own arrows, which is cool. Impressive. I mean, anyone who can make ammunition for a weapon they have instead of relying on the couple they have is great. That's a wonderful thing for a survival situation. But, like, he was so stoked that he got an arrow to work. And then he found a grouse. And he was so, like, I'm the best. And he cooked up this grouse and he ate it. And he was so, look at me, pumping up. And then he almost set Saskatchewan on fire.
We were watching this and I was like, so is this why there's so many forest fires up north now?
Yeah, he built a fire on top of an area that was actually moss covering tree roots in a very densely like grassy kind of area, and he lit the tree roots on fire and it traveled into the trees nearby. So he spent literally like 8 hours and like gallons of water in a bucket he found trying to stop it. And he said he did, you know, he got it so there wasn't any more smoke, but it was just the epitome of what happens to some people when they go out there or they do a couple things right. And, you know, just like anybody, and I can't fault him for being proud of himself because it's a big achievement. It's just only a select few of the people that go out there, they get so jazzed up that they forget the little things that they're doing. And it was just weirdly serendipitous. You know what I mean? In a sense of don't don't inflate yourself too much. There's a lot goes on around here. Yeah,
Look at
long lost family on the UK. They trace people's parents after adoption or abandonment. Last night they found the mother and she was like, nah, fuck you, I don't want to know. That actually, didn't we just talk about something like that?
So I saw this Facebook post come across my feed the other day, and it was this person sharing like a picture of her child that she put up for adoption in the Ontario area, and she's like, I gave you up for adoption at this age, and I would love to try to find you, and please share. I'm just looking for you. This was your name. This is the day you were born. And I'm like, you know, you shouldn't be doing this, because sometimes people who are put up for adoption just like don't want to meet their birth parents. Like, and sometimes like I don't know. I just think it's really dirty to go kind of do that on Facebook. If you like, if the person hasn't reached out to you, sorry, it's like there's a tickle in my throat. If the person hasn't reached out to you, there might be a reason. I don't know. It really rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh, I mean, I think there's laws against it, isn't there?
I think so, yeah.
I thought you kind of...
Like, there's, like, closed adoption rules and stuff like that. I don't know.
My name's Jason, and I like Jinjee.
It's mainly, I thought it was because, like, you can't give them up and then just decide to fuck up their life.
Well, that's the thing, too. Like, also, it's like, as the parent, maybe you wanted absolutely nothing to do with them. Like, maybe that, like... for example, we don't know the situation. Maybe this woman was raped and didn't believe in getting abortion.
Lived in an area where it was frowned upon.
She wasn't, so she, like, you know, obviously, like, you know, wanted to make sure that the baby had a life, but didn't want anything to do with it because it brings back nothing but terrible, terrible memories of what happened to her. I totally understand that person not wanting anything to do with their offspring.
There's a lot of variables, and to use social media is really weird. It's a very selfish act, in a sense of... Or
maybe also for the child, they, like, don't want anything to do with the parent because they're, like, you know, a little hurt that they were given up for adoption, and they had, like, or, you know, they have a really great life with their adoptive parents,
maybe
and they don't
didn't
want...
even know.
Yeah, that's it too. Like, adoptive parents don't necessarily have to tell their child they've been adopted. So, I don't know, there's lots of... If I don't know, unless it's, like, kind of been an open adoption, then that's one thing, but if it's closed for a reason, I feel like it's closed for a reason. It's really, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not
weird.
adopted, so I really don't have much of a personal opinion on it, but, like, I do know people who are adopted, and it's just... Yeah.
I told Jinjee he was adopted. I mean, technically, all pets would be. And I was his real dad.
Just use 23andMe. Yeah. Did you... There was that one... there was a big documentary about it in the States where that doctor...
triplets.
No, that doctor who fathered, like, probably at least close to 70 kids or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, something... like
he was a fertility doctor.
Yeah.
And he was... fucking collecting his own splooge in the janitor's closet and spermulating women with it. Like, what in the fuck? The thing that's so sadistically fucked up about that is he didn't even think that by not telling anybody, he could be creating a fucked up incestuous situation for people that they have no idea about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? People who are this, like, spermulating, I know it's not the word, but I liked it. So I said it. But yeah, it's just like...
Some people have hot
Oh,
sisters.
good God. It's just... Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I've never had a desire to have a bunch of... I figured if there was a bunch of little me's around, there would be some real destruction. Jason,
that's weird.
Someone delete that. Can someone delete that? That's too far. I know that one's a joke, but I just don't want to see that in the chat. Mainly because I have a sister. And we didn't get to see much of this guy. We really like him, but he wasn't really in that episode. She wasn't at the very end. She wasn't
in yesterday's episode.
Lee, we talked about a little earlier. He went home, which was very sad. We liked him. He's a very humble person.
Yeah.
This guy, you know what? I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Because he's
doing a whole dugout thing.
He's doing really good, man.
Yeah.
He built a handle. You're allowed to bring a small shovel, and he built a handle to turn it into a long shovel.
Yeah.
And
he also brought himself like special made waders or gaiters or whatever.
Yeah, he made his own
gators.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But they were made with like clear plastic, so he was kind of like drying like fruit cakes, like berry patties.
And he dug a ton. Like literally, I dug 9 holes over the course of like a month that were like 3 feet deep because of the, patheticness of my physical abilities these days. He dug a whole shitload in a day with like nothing to eat.
But it did look like it was sand. But he did. I don't know if he purposely put on a bunch of weight to go out there, but he is a bigger dude. A lot of excess weight that he can.
But yeah, he might do good. I didn't know.
Yeah.
They didn't show much of her.
She wasn't in last night's episode, no.
I was wrong. I was wrong about Georgia. He is still there.
He's still there, although he's still annoying.
He was very sick.
Yeah.
And then he kind of just got over it. He did say some very nice things about how he's
used to be ignorant about
autism and how he treated people with it until his son was born on the spectrum, and it helped him reevaluate himself. That reminds me that when Lee left, he said a very good point, which was being out there. The only thing it solidified for him is that he can't change anybody else, but he is always capable of change. So that's kind of, you can't force people to be a way you don't want them to be, but you can always be better, is kind of what he said, which is, it's really the only underlying theme of how to be.
They didn't show this guy.
Yeah, they didn't show this guy, but it looked like in the upcoming episode, he may have like some turmoil, it seemed like.
I don't know.
And
that's it.
Oh, they already removed the other people that left.
What do you mean?
Or no, wait.
No, everybody's on there.
Oh, those were the first 2 to leave? I thought somebody else left. No, you're right. Sorry, I'm dumb. This guy, they showed a lot of him too.
Yeah.
He's good.
He did good.
He's a very positive person.
Has a great attitude.
He didn't eat for a long time.
Now he's catching
several
fish.
days, and then he caught some fish.
Yeah.
I mean, his tale will be like the other people who generally come out that are genuinely pretty good at it. Circumstances.
He built a teepee, right?
Yeah. So before they actually ever get out there to survive alone, they go through like a 2-week, I think it's 2 weeks of like a training camp to make sure they're not going to just, actually I think a lot of it is to make sure that they're kind of familiar with their environment.
Yeah, they know the plants that they can eat.
And to teach them how to film.
Yeah, well, and also they meet with like local elders of like the area so that they kind of know how like the native peoples of the land lived off the land.
So that's why he chose to build a teepee, is because of how one of the elders of the peoples that lived in the area, made it seem like this is the ultimate structure for here. And it's fucking great teepee. Makes me want to try and build one.
Yeah.
But he
goldfinches outside of I get so distracted by them. They're so
it's
cute.
okay. Everybody's staring at Jinjee anyways, like Mr. Jason. Also, Jason, sorry if I'm sorry to chastise you. I know you're joking, for those who were listening before. But
my name's Jason, and I like Jinjee.
it was just too disturbing to look at. But yeah, my buddy came to visit. We did some shitting and some chatting.
It sounds like you said shitting.
Did some shitting and some chatting. It's an old ritual from when we were young. We'd, do the shitting and the chatting. Everybody, it's classic. And today we do have some stuff to do.
Yes, my mom's coming up Wednesday.
Tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. She's coming up tomorrow. I don't know how long.
I said that really Canadian. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Fucking tomorrow. Sometimes you just gotta send it tomorrow.
We will probably stream tomorrow though, because she won't get here till 1 or something.
Yeah, so we'll probably stream in the morning depending on how we feel. But we have some tidying up to do. I'm not cutting the grass because A, it's too much effort, and B, it's all wet. And if I leave it for when she's here, then she can see me doing it and be like, he's a hard-working man, my daughter Mary.
My mom, weirdly enough, has requested that I make her meatloaf.
Yeah. Not that, Krissy made a really good meatloaf before, but it's not like a specialty.
I make great meatloaf. But it's not something I make often, but it's something she wants me to make her while she's down, so I guess I'm going to be making meatloaf. Probably not tomorrow, but the day after. I too like meatloaf. It's just a really strange thing to request from a person. Like if you're gonna go visit your child and they were fully grown, and it's like, oh, you're gonna make supper while I'm down? Meatloaf.
You disagree?
Okay.
Meatloaf, baby.
It just reminds me of the one time we went to Brazilian steakhouse and he ordered seafood pasta.
Yeah. You guys don't order seafood pasta at a
Brazilian steakhouse?
Yeah.
No.
What would you eat at a Brazilian steakhouse?
I would eat meat, not seafood pasta. I would eat steak or the rodizio.
Oh, that was so good. They would basically, they're called gauchos?
Yeah.
The gauchos. They would,
Philip, I make my meatloaf with barbecue sauce, not ketchup, because I don't really like the ketchup.
It's true. There, how's this scene?
That's a great scene. He's so boopy.
I'm not sure how that camera looks being so big, but...
Okay, seafood curry is completely... a seafood curry from an Indian restaurant makes sense.
Thank you, Philip.
Seafood pasta at a steakhouse makes no sense.
Nope, it's science. You just didn't know the science of it. Yes, it was because I didn't want to eat all the meats. A lot of meats. Basically, the running joke about going there was, oh, so the next day you had the meat sweats.
Well, no, you got the meat sweats while you were eating. But I don't think I got the rodizio when you got the seafood pasta. I got, I think, beef rib and a Saskatoon berry compote or something like that. It was really good. It was like a Saskatoon berry sauce on beef rib.
No,
and then we got sticky toffee pudding for dessert. And that,
yeah.
I love sticky toffee pudding.
Sticky toffee pudding is good, but I mean, if you tried to eat too much of it, it's just a little too bad for you. It's a little
so good.
Like a pound every bite.
No, it's not thick like a fruit cake or the kind of like a fruit.
Yeah, no, it's not that
a
dense.
Christmas pudding. Also, okay, Mr. Levity, Christmas pudding is the weirdest fucking shit. Do you eat that? Like that fucking thick ball of dough that you light on fire? Is that a thing you have? I see it a lot on the internet.
What?
And I have to a Christmas pudding.
Oh yeah,
British Christmas pudding.
That is a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Oh, hi, Jinjee.
Oh, look at him. Look at that little face. Look.
See if these color ranges look better. They look exactly the same. Maybe that one's a little...
So cute. You have to do art, Jason? Oh, you don't want to do art? What's wrong with doing art?
You're an art person?
The CEO thinks you do art?
Like, did you say art? Or did you say fart too?
Oh, you have to design a label?
Didn't fart. Did it sound like I did?
So, Jason, you're an IT person.
He's an ideas man, like Deadweight Nate.
Yeah,
ideas
man. But no, he's an IT person, right?
Yes.
So is he just making the assumption that because you work with computers, you know how to design something on a computer? Am I correct in this?
Jinjee, you're such a little mambo Italiano. I know that the background is probably really pixelated, but mainly because, you know.
Okay, I was right. I don't know how he's comfortable.
This is what happens when you put your hand in too many things. Well, you are known for doing that, Jason. That is kind of your jam.
I don't know how he's so comfortable on a wooden beat.
You want me to beat your dick off?
Cats are weird like that, bro.
Dick off? I'll beat your dick off with both hands. What's up?
I need to boop him.
It's not really. It's
His
not.
eyes are opening
really
as I move.
Pixelated. It's great. Okay.
He's like, I'm aware the human is coming towards me.
Hello, poopy face. So what I did is I actually popped. We have.
Hi.
Hi, Gigi. I popped out the preview and I put it over on the big monitor so we can also look at him. Are you picking him up now?
I don't know.
His pupils just dilated. You got to see that? Oh. Mambo Italiano.
On the other side.
Mambo Italiano. So, Jinjee, peace off, human. I am recovering my strength for my next massive sleep session. It's true. That is Jinjee to a T.
I have him.
Krissy, what? Actually, you know what, Jason? It's so funny that you just mentioned that because as I put this hat on, I was gonna say, has anybody here watched the trailer for the One Piece? The One Piece fucking Netflix live action bullshit? It looks so bad.
No, bye.
No, Jinjee!
No. Leave me.
I was never into One Piece, so we watched quite a bit of it, but honestly, so people are like crazy for it, I guess. One Piece, like the One Piece fans are like intense, I guess. We watched like I think half of it, and it wasn't, in my opinion, as good as other well-crafted animes that Krissy has introduced me to. Not that you like One Piece wasn't something you grew up with, but
no,
it was something
we wanted to check it out and see what it was about.
I just didn't think
I enjoyed it. It was just too much
think it was
of the same, like
it wasn't clever like a lot of them.
There was a lot of filler episodes.
Yeah, like Death Note and some of those ones, they were clever, or there was the story was really good. This, I just found it was like, it was just kind of the same shit over and over, and his voice was so annoying.
Well, yeah.
It got there. It got to, extended viewing period. It felt annoying, but the odd episode wasn't bad. I don't know. It lost me, so we stopped. And then I seen Netflix was doing
a live action
of it, and it looks
bad.
Yeah, like we watched a Papa Meat. He did a review of it, and basically, you know, he was saying when you take something from, like, anime is supposed to be very not realistic in certain senses. Like the fighting, it's very embellished and exciting and colorful, and when you try to change that into real life with monotones, and it just looks fucking weird, you know? And I think maybe that's why they can't seem to adapt any of them very well. But
well, I mean, it's hard to. Oh, that reminds me, because
check it out.
Evan hasn't seen the live action like 2008 version of Dragon Ball Evolution.
I didn't even know it was a thing.
I watched it like when it came out. It was like, or maybe like a while after it came out, and it was available for us to watch at home. So I watched it way back in the day, and it's bad. Oh, it's bad, but it's bad in a good way. And I will say, they were a lot closer to the storyline than Cowboy Bebop was in their live action remake.
Dragon Ball.
The only
Dragon Ball
it's like their fucking casting of Goku is so bad. But we should watch this tonight. Okay. Oh, I think we should watch this. This will be fun and bad.
Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z.
Oh no, poor Melissa. The games or the phones where she is have been nonstop.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
If I recall, I think Rosie works in HR. I can't remember. It's Rosie or Sleepy works in HR, which is like, oof. That when the phone's ringing, you don't want it. Yeah, that dude's the opposite of Goku. Yeah, this is more of like a Vegeta energy.
I like the 2008 layered shirt look. That was such a thing.
Oh yeah, short sleeve under a long sleeve instead of our parents that did long sleeve under short sleeve like a bunch of turds. Sorry guys, I can only zoom in 500%. It won't let me get closer.
Can we zoom out so we can see more of the picture?
Oh, you want more?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Is that Tequila? No.
No. I just like how in an anime
the legend comes to life.
The main character for some reason is the only one that isn't like he's just a white guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he is just a white guy.
Yeah, he looks like the dude from Green Day.
Oh, she works in finance for.
Oh, finance.
I used to do that, but I was a receptionist for the insurance company. They did like financial investment, and they sold insurance, and they also sold group benefits to businesses. And I was the receptionist, and the phones were always very busy.
So here's my theory about this movie. Do you notice how this movie is all one word, Dragon Ball, but the cartoon is Dragon Ball? My assumption is they didn't have the official rights to make this movie.
Well, no, I think they did.
I don't know. Something tells me that.
But it's the legend comes to life.
Like, look at this fucking. This is Piccolo?
Yeah.
Or is it a Cyberman?
No, that's Piccolo.
Jesus. Something tells me
he has HR departments and accounts payable caller for to pay for insurance.
That's Piccolo. I don't know, man. That shit's weak sauce.
James Marsters plays Piccolo.
James Marsden? Is that what you said?
No, Marsters. Fucking from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The blonde James. Go back to the cast.
I will.
Spike. Yeah, Spike.
Spike.
Which
one's Spike?
Buffy.
Yeah, I just can't remember which one Spike is. I only remember Angel.
James Marsters.
King Piccolo. He's a king?
Yeah,
Whoa.
Spike was so...
He looks crazy
so good.
now.
I would honestly rewatch Buffy. I would totally do that.
We did, didn't we?
No, we started to, and then we never finished.
We watched a lot of it. Evan, I just checked my DVD collection. I have both Weekend at Bernie's 1 and 2. Is still sealed, never watched. I would have thunk that two people that we met online would both have sealed copies of Weekend at Bernie's.
It was Emmy Rossum who played Bulma. I didn't realize it was Emmy Rossum.
Oh, where's that? God. But like, part of me thinks I want to go to the wiki.
You guys have DVDs? Yeah, we still have some DVDs. We don't really watch them, but we have DVDs.
One is open, 2 is sealed. But you said 2 sucked, didn't you? So
I'm excited for us to watch this.
It was distributed by 20th Century Fox. It just, to me,
I liked her as Christine in Phantom of the Opera. And I know a lot of people kind of hated that movie. They thought Gerard Butler sucked. But maybe also because I was, like, in grade 12 and, like, was going through my, like, deep drama girl phase. I loved that movie so much. I loved Emmy Rossum in it. I loved Gerard Butler in it. I thought that movie was peak performance.
So it says, this film was both financially and critical failure. It received negative reviews by both critics and fans, particularly for its script, cast, and unfaithfulness to the source material. So everything. Additionally, it performed poorly at the box office, grossing only $9.4 million in North America and a worldwide total of $56.5 million against a budget of $30 million. So, I mean, it made money. The first film was meant to be a series, although the subsequent films were canceled. It is often referred to as one of the worst films of all time. The film has been accused of whitewashing and has had a negative effect on future anime to cinema adaptations due to its poor casting, lack of loyalty to the source material, and failure at the box office.
Yeah, it was terrible, but it also...
Wow.
I've only seen Evita once, and it was, like, way back when I was in high school. I remember being surprised that everything is sung. I thought that there might be...
What was this?
The musical Evita starring Madonna.
Oh, Evita,
Don't cry
Evita.
For me, Argentina. Yeah. The truth is I never left you.
I didn't
that
watch
one. So yeah, what surprised me the most is there's no speaking in it. It is all singing. And I think my 16-year-old brain wasn't prepared for that, and so I was just like, when are they going to fucking talk? Ever? Everything is sung?
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Because I'm used to musicals where there's, like, some talking, Like, I actually made Evan watch Hairspray with me, like, not too long ago, and it was great.
Sorry, they were going to have Jackie Chan do it.
Oh, really?
But they didn't want him when they actually started filming it. Because in 1995, Jackie Chan was interested.
Huh.
But in 2013... they basically said he was too old. It were back when Jackie Chan was still young. It were back when Jackie Chan was still young. Does that make sense?
Philip, I do not remember Jimmy Nail in that movie.
On this
all I remember is... who's the old man? The guy who stars as Evita's husband. He's in so much shit. He's in a lot of movies. Oh, God.
No, I know what you mean, Jason. So for instance, Bollywood remakes a shitload of movies in their Bollywood style from North America. Borderline copyright infringement stuff.
Oh, like the Superman?
But, yeah, exactly. And so, it's for their area, I understand why you would cast people that aren't 100, it's tough when they try to fill historical roles with people that we're technically not those people anymore.
I think the difference is too is North America is not necessarily culturally homogenous, so you are able to cast from a wide variety of people versus if you are filming a Bollywood movie in India, you are going to be casting Bollywood actors, and they're not as they're more culturally homogenous in India. So you would have probably less black people or white people or whatever people to cast from in India. It would be mostly Indian people. Same with I think if you were probably to make a movie in Africa, right? You would have mostly African. It would be like kind of less.
Yeah, and it's also like it depends on if it's local casting. We live in an area with a lot of, well, actually, since we were young to now has become significantly more diverse.
Yeah,
and so you would have, like when people think of Canadian, I'm not sure what you think the typical person looks like, but it is just like almost all colors and creeds equally, not equally, but there's a lot of different people here. So
yeah, Jason's right. Most of the time, Hollywood whitewashing is wrong because it's just historic racism. Like like Breakfast at Tiffany's, right? How they cast Mickey Rooney as the Japanese guy.
Actually, it's weird because that actually in this article. Where was the whitewashing part? In this article, when I was reading this part and the mouse cursor went over whitewashing, that's
Mickey
what pops
Rooney,
up. Whitewashing, like as the example, Mickey Rooney as Mr. Yunioshi.
Or who was that Western star that played Genghis Khan in a movie?
Or like Lawrence of Arabia did.
Yeah. What was that? What was that Western star?
Lawrence of Arabia?
No, I'm talking about. He starred as Genghis Khan in a movie, and he's like a Western star, a big white dude.
I'm sure if I click on this, white Genghis Khan actor, Facebook.
John Wayne. That's
John Wayne. Lawrence of Arabia. Yes, you heard that. Yeah, so I agree with you, Jason. If the character's race or, their race identity or whatever doesn't have a bearing on the character, then it really shouldn't matter. One thing that really upsets us, we used to watch some people on YouTube, as much as we don't like to admit it, that were... talking about the basically how Disney makes things now, right?
How and Disney's
they have one person of their version of diversity isn't like real diversity. It's like forced in diversity, and they force political things here and there. Like it's not necessarily just a fictional story. Blah blah blah. But basically, these people went so much farther down the rabbit hole of bigotry and racism and sexism and stuff that we hate. We don't watch them anymore, like that Nerdrotic and Heel vs. Babyface.
We used to watch them a little bit, and then, well, honestly, COVID kind of made the crazy come out of a lot of people.
Yeah, they basically switched from saying it like kind of what you said, Jason, like it doesn't matter if it's a white person if it has no bearing on, or a black person if it has no bearing on the character. But then they went down the route of basically, this female character wears a G-string in the show and now you're making a remake where she doesn't have a G-string on the whole time. This is horse shit. But you're like, what?
Yeah, and well, like how Philip said, he hated the way everyone shit over the new Little Mermaid. Like,
who fucking
exactly? It's a fucking mermaid. They don't exist.
The thing that drives me batshit crazy is when people talk about how a dragon has to look.
Yeah,
they're like, oh no, a dragon's scales wouldn't be like that. It doesn't exist. It's not real.
Yeah, it's like, why are we arguing about the anatomy of a make-believe animal?
Yeah, if the dragon has a fucking pom-pom on the end of his tail, who the fuck are you to say it didn't? It's not real.
Like, I understand why people raised eyebrows when BBC made that Anne Boleyn series and they cast a black woman as Anne Boleyn, because that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But at the same time, we whitewashed, Hollywood whitewashed how much shit? So, I don't know, I can, it's just one of those things where just, I don't know, it's just,
if anything, how the Little Mermaid should look is,
yeah, there you go.
No, that's got a boob. It should be more like this. This is what a Little Mermaid would look like, right? I mean, that's way hotter.
You're still showing the boobie.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's small little draw. It's art. I think it was, yeah. Our stream is so pixelated. This is a hot mermaid to me.
Yeah.
But like, can you please tell Krissy her hair looks awesome?
Thank you.
Your hat makes you look irresistible. Thank you, Philip. Most of Hollywood whitewashing. I haven't seen the movie. More diversity, please, thank you. I'm usually glad when Hollywood casts a non-white actor in a previously white role when it actually doesn't matter to the character. Well, and also to go with your Anne Boleyn thing, we went a little deeper into what their intentions behind it are. Is kind of like it is supposed to be like a reimagination.
Yeah.
As if in that time people were more inclusive. You know, like there wasn't the rampant racism. And honestly, I don't have a problem with that once you read it in that perspective, but how we found out about it was everyone freaking out that they're trying to retell history incorrectly. And that's not actually what they're trying to do. Trying to fictionalize portions of it, I guess, right? Like,
I don't know.
If I had to marry a mermaid, I'd have the fish top and legs. I mean, that is the age-old question, right?
Yeah.
Like, how does the Little Mermaids in the movie, how does he fertilize her eggs? How does that work?
Maybe he just, like, you know, like how normal fish do. The ladies put their eggs in the dirt, and the men come and put their milk on the eggs in the dirt, and then...
Oh my God! For those of you on Discord, I would like to apologize for the video of Alone that I posted, where she eats. Most of them eat fish roe, which is the eggs they find in the fish. She ate the fish sperm sac, and it was.
Let's call it milt.
Krissy, remember on Red Dwarf when Kat went into the video game and chose a girlfriend? She emerged from the seas of giant fish head with. I actually kind of remember that.
Yeah, there's one episode they're like in VR, right?
Eldritch amalgamation of combination of the worst parts. The kind of luck I have. But bet you AI could make a pretty weird
weird mermaid.
Yeah.
Mermaid.
I'll type in
mermaid.
Fish human hybrid and we'll see what
Happy
comes
Mask.
up. Happy Mask, how you doing?
Mermaid.
Fish human hybrid
mermaid.
Creature. Boom. All right, everybody, we're gonna see what a fish human hybrid.
Better than life, yes.
Do we want to pick a?
And
we have to pick a style, though.
Bismuth. Sure. I remember that, like, Ritter, is that his name? I'm so
Jason
I'm so
Ritter?
bad at remembering names. No, the hologram on Red Dwarf. He basically imagines this terrible, terrible life for himself, where he like is married with kids, driving the shitty little car, and like his marriage is unhappy, and just like this super stressful like life he envisioned for himself. You remember?
Which was that? Oh yes,
Better Than Life is that episode of Red Dwarf.
Yes.
The
Better Than
VR
Life.
video game.
You definitely have a better memory than we do, Philip Talkington.
Yeah.
You probably watched it more than once.
Well, it's
though.
also because we watched a lot of stuff stoned.
Yeah. These are the things other people have asked it to make. Look at this one. A 40-year-old lazy gamer man. Doesn't look anything like Jason. Just kidding. But I just love when it spits out weird shit like this. A sticker of a relaxed cat under an umbrella. Like, what? A 50-year-old gamer who loves anime. Look at his hands. Hurry up, render. Some of the things it spits out are cool. Like, this kind of looks like the book cover of, like, Dune. Yeah. And, like, I understand using AI art as, like, inspiration, but, like, look at this. African dancer, I highly doubt she had crab hands. I would be very surprised if she had crab hands.
Crab people walk like crab, talk like people. Crab people.
Super strong goats. Look at that. What is so strong about that goat?
I don't know.
I do. Ooh, look at Sailor Moon.
Oh.
That's pretty good AI. Mainly because it left the hands out.
Yeah.
You could actually use that and it would avoid
It's
copyright
very
because
pretty.
it left out like the most important
If
things.
you take my hand, we can fly away right
Hurry
to
up
the
and render.
skies and eternity. Let's fly away. Ooh,
Sailor
Sailor Moon. Be my guiding light through the night and day, right to the skies and eternity. Let's fly away. Ooh, Sailor Moon.
It's not rendered.
Done now.
Fish hybrid. For some reason it didn't render. So
Maybe Art Deco.
I'll leave it like this, but I'll just leave it square instead of making it wide.
Okay.
This website's free and you don't have to sign up and stuff, so it's the only reason I sometimes use it.
Rendering.
Usually it gives you the message, it's overloaded, try again in 10 minutes. And then 10 minutes comes and it tells you to wait another 10 minutes.
Oh no, what was that?
Oh, it's this thing.
Oh, don't do that.
Sorry, I didn't. My hand was stuck in it. We'll see if it renders. It may not.
Oh, it looks like it's loading.
Oh, it's doing something. Sailor Moon. That's my Metallica impression. At the end of everything you sing, you go, yeah. So it's like, we're gonna have lunch, yeah.
That smell.
We're
gross.
gonna end stream soon and go have some lunch.
That was lunch. Krissy, did you watch the new Sailor Moon? Did we?
The one that came out like stop that.
It was.
The one that came out like 4, 5, like how new? Because there was like that Sailor Moon Crystal, and I started to watch it when it came out. Yeah, it's not okay. Yeah, so Sailor Moon Crystal, I started to watch it, and then I started dating Evan, and then I stopped watching it, and I have not finished it. So there you go.
Jinjee.
I didn't want to subject him to all my weebiness at one moment in time. Yeah, wow, I gave up Sailor Moon for him.
She didn't give it up. We just haven't come around to it. Honestly, I'm the one who makes the lists of things we need to watch, and Krissy is the one that decides when we watch the list.
Well, no, I've mentioned that I want to watch Sailor Moon multiple times.
Sailor Moon. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll watch Dragon Ball Z and then Sailor Moon. How about that?
Sailor Moon Crystal.
How about that?
How about that?
How about that?
Cash me outside.
Cash me outside. How about that? If you don't like it, unfortunately for you, it's too damn bad.
Oh, did you hear that they're remaking Harry Potter as a TV show on HBO? Which I'm like, the movies aren't that old.
They're gonna ruin it, obviously.
It's like how they're remaking Moana as a live action movie. Like, Moana's not that old of a... Oh yeah, sorry, Max, not HBO. HBO's not a thing anymore. Why is he lean his face like that?
What do you mean? That's a normal cat position, isn't it?
He's so cute. Jinjee. Jinjee. Yeah, you know your name, Jinjee. Jinjee. Hi, Jinjee.
There might be something as cute as Jinjee, but I doubt it. I doubt it.
Maybe.
Alrighty, Spideys. It didn't render. You can see. It's slow. Stupid.
Oh,
So-
but it's almost there.
Okay, well,
Sometimes these things take a while.
his nose needs to be booped. You want to boop that cat's nose and risk losing a finger?
I'll boop the cat nose. Oh. Are you preparing for boopage?
Oh. Here you go.
Hi.
That's one fucking nice kitty right there.
You missed nothing. Little Wombus.
Loves to be cuddled.
No worries, Happy. Good. We're actually probably winding down for the day here. We got some stuff to do. My body doesn't want to sit up much longer. Sometimes you just gotta paddling.
Paddling the school canoe.
Oh, thank
you better believe that's a paddling.
Gotta go paddle the school canoe.
You have a school canoe?
Oh yeah, that's a paddling. Hi, Wombus.
Hey, buddy. Hi, buddy. Bye-bye. My face is like all full of cat spittle now.
Cue outro music. You
look tired.
Yeah, I'm still in recoup mode from my buddy being here.
And then we get more company tomorrow.
Yeah, but the difference is your mom's, like, when it's your mom, you are responsible to make sure she's entertained.
Oh, it's made your images.
Oh, let's see Jason's potential future fish girlfriend.
Never wash your face.
So that is a fish, a half human fish hybrid creature.
You didn't, yeah?
This
maybe
it might have been the art style,
but still though.
You're basically just going to be sleeping.
Oh
wow, that looks like
that's a beautiful fish.
Honestly, if Stockton Rush asked me to go to the Titanic in that fish, I might.
Yeah,
that's a cool fucking fish. I'm gonna save that one. Mine.
It's a very pretty image.
Mine. The day I made it, it's mine. I posted my gorgeous cat. I miss her so much.
Weird fish.
I think I caught that one in Stardew. I'm just upset that
there's no human.
Well, that it looks like that. It can do better. Well, if you guys aren't in Discord, get in Discord and you'll get to see this creation here. We're gonna go with colorful comic book. Jason, be a weeb, it's good. We're gonna render this and we'll post it in Discord, and I want everybody to say, "Hi, Jason." Boom. We want everyone to say, "Hi, Jason." Stark contrast between my comment and Mr. Levity's. I posted my gorgeous cat in Discord. Here, let's look at Mr. Levity's cat quick before we call it a day. Right.
We saw Carl this morning. So that was nice.
We fed us a mean Carl.
Aww.
Oh. That.
I love
Pebbles
cats. I love every single cat. I just want to hug all of them, but I can't hug it.
18 years. So this is Mr. Levity's cute cats. Look at that.
Cool.
I mean, it does look. Did it remind you of Carl? Because Coral, because of that look, is like
that piss off.
I love you, but what are you doing?
Although we did have, it was so interesting. When Evan's friend was down, we were having a fire outside, and Carl was kind of like hanging out in the yard, and he like walked up our drive and then kind of like flooped down on the drive and like rubbed his head into like a plant a little bit. And then, like...
I wonder if it's wild cat. We should grow catnip, and then Carl will be stoned all the time.
Yeah, but Carl needs to have his wits about him, in case there's a Yodi. Which we found out that, like, literally right across the highway is, like, a nature reserve for coyotes. Didn't know that.
Look at how cute our cat's face is, and Mr. Levity's cat's face. Oh, wait, that's his butt! Okay, that's it. We're done. We will post Jason's fish girlfriend in Discord when it has happened. Oh, we're on top chat, not live chat.
Oh no.
Well, if we missed anything, so sorry. Thank you everyone for being here. Mucho gracias, love. We will post some pictures. I can't tell the difference between his face and butt. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you in the morning.
Bye.
Boop, 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 doop. Go play video. We're gonna go play real life Stardew.
We're gonna go organize a camper for my mom tomorrow.
Get the fart smell out of it. Please stream tomorrow.
We will
if
stream
you
in the
can.
morning before my mom comes.
Much love, everybody. We'll see you soon. Have a great day. Don't do too much torquing.
Yes.
Mucho gracias. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.